everyone, I'm Jen Tardy, your diversity recruiting thought partner, and welcome to my channel with another exciting video. Today, I will be talking about 4 missteps when recruiting to increase diversity. I love making these videos where I get to give you steps or missteps, as in the case here, to keep in mind as it gives you a clear action to follow. By the way, if you are enjoying our videos, this is how you let me know. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell so you do not miss any videos in the future. So let's get started. Here at our Increased Diversity channel, we are always sharing ways to promote diversity recruiting, but sometimes recruiters and hiring managers with really good intentions go about this work in a highly ineffective way. Now, I would say wrong way, but we don't like that language here. So here are the 4 common missteps that you must absolutely avoid when hiring people from untapped communities. So misstep number 1. Thinking that this work is only about sourcing. And goodness, this is a common misstep in diversity recruiting. When recruiting for diversity, you must understand that it is not only about getting a more diverse pool of candidates, but also about removing bias from the hiring process too. The idea of recruiting for diversity is to give underrepresented people an equitable opportunity to apply, get hired, and eventually get promoted. Yes, on merit, but that's a whole different topic. Misstep number 2, thinking that visual diversity is acceptable. This means making assumptions about a person's race or gender or any other identifiable factors based on their name, appearance, or anything else. The issue here is that you could be wrong, and it also just does not feel good to be sitting behind a computer scrolling through profiles on LinkedIn simply because you are assuming that people identify in specific ways. The safest way is to use a formal self-identification program to learn how others identify themselves, as long as it's legal in your country to have a self-ID program, which it is in the United States. But before we get to the next misstep, I would also like to point you to another one of our videos on diversity recruiter best practices, because it's packed with tips for diversity recruiting. It's actually one of the most popular videos that we have, and you can find the link below in the description. So moving right along. Next is misstep number 3. This one is thinking that you must hire someone based on how they identify, which is illegal. That's right. Hiring someone based on how they identify is just as illegal as not hiring someone based on how they identify. Your goal as a recruiter is to create a diverse candidate pool, and then, as a hiring team, focus on removing biases so that you can hire the most competitive person. Now, for more on this, make sure that you check out our Increase Diversity LinkedIn newsletter called The Only Formula You Need to Increase Diversity. The link to this newsletter is in the description below. Misstep number 4. This is thinking that diversity recruiting is about hiring based on potential only. Now, though I understand the positive intent of hiring based on potential, I have a ton of thoughts around this. Here's just one of them. Hiring for potential as a key strategy in diversity recruiting can create a stigma that suggests that in order to increase diversity, we must soften the qualifications or hire unqualified people. And for that reason alone, I often urge companies to be careful when utilizing this philosophy. Now, if you want to hear more about that, check out our Increased Diversity LinkedIn newsletter called The Problem with Hiring for Potential as a Key Strategy to Increase Diversity. And you can also find that link below. Everyone, including candidates from marginalized communities, should be hired based on the actual value that they bring to the role today. The problem, as we have found, is not in their value, but in our biased perceptions of value. Friends, what do you think about the point that I just made a second ago? Let's get a conversation started in the comments below, and I'll be there waiting for you. All right, I hope that this video was helpful for you. I am Jen Tardy, your diversity recruiting thought partner, and I'll see you in the next video.